when food is coming. And,
I don't want it to. I could order a pizza, but I don't want to.
Yeah, you could order me a pizza.
No, I can't order you
nice.
a pizza. I'm going to order myself a pizza.
No, you should order me a pizza as well. I would love that. Oh my god, no. What are they doing in Twitch chat? They're just, no.
Yeah, they're defining mule. Define. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we're going to start this game basically momentarily. Oh, here we go. We're starting.
And it looks like Bnjy is first.
Got a lot of consonants.
It's looking like craft is going to probably come down pretty quickly here.
Yeah. Or fract, apparently, which I didn't know.
Oh, I didn't know that one either. That's also better because craft takes a few more extensions on the front that fract wouldn't take.
Seacraft, World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Yep.
That World of Warcraft is a very dangerous extension. You don't want that coming down.
But in terms of just general hooks, fract may be slightly more dangerous because it takes an I as well as an S, whereas craft just takes an S and a Y.
That's a good point.
That's true.
A good point.
And you don't really see Benjamins very often either. The extensions.
So yeah, we see
Benjamins.
craft, and we already have a blank, so this may get out of hand fast. Although it does not look like he has a bingo playable, so it looks like he may end up fishing with EAU.
Yeah, the only floaters it would go with are MD, N, and G, and those aren't on the board.
Do I know any of these? No, I didn't know any of them. They're only Collins.
One of them is new to Collins.
Well, no wonder I didn't know it.
Yeah, it seems like Twitch chat maybe prefers fract, but the difference is like really small. Oh no, they've found Ololiqui.
Yeah, I'm thinking EAU, I guess either above or below craft, making EF or FE is gotta be correct here. The question is, does it really matter which one he plays? I would probably play above making the EF because that gives the good R hook for REF, and it's a little harder to block than the FE hook.
Yeah, and playing across from the U of O. Because it's harder to play, like, unless you've got an O, it's really hard to play parallel to this as well.
Yeah, that's also a good point. If you play it below, then you could make UR or UN or something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you play it above, you're going to have ref.
Or
also, if you play it above, it's very marginal, but you do have...
And it can set up ATE bingos.
It's exactly what I was going to say, too. You could get the marginal possibility of a 9 ending in the ATE, hitting the triple word score.
See, if you were playing this game, you would draw a 9 like 105% of the time.
Yeah, give me a moment, guys. I'm just going to check on food.
You do that.
Yeah, you guys can keep talking, though. The stream will keep going even without me.
Oh my goodness, everybody. Okay, so he does do EAU, and
I believe EAU takes an S in Collins, but
yes,
I'm not sure about that.
It does.
It does?
Yes. And I know that because it was just Kenji Matsumoto brought that up recently in his group, Breaking the Game on Facebook. So, yeah, we see bowl.
I was looking at either bow or bowl there. Those look pretty standard.
Close to Valorize, but we're not going to see that come down. I'm imagining it's not good with 3 E's for 126 points. Quackle suggests the 5 CEZVE, which I did
I
not
certainly
know.
didn't know that, but if that's a word, then that looks pretty straightforward.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
quick
38
beat you
keeping
to it.
ER
Define
blank.
says nay. That's a great play if you know that.
Oh, Sesvi! So I've just returned.
That's the first thing you notice.
And the first thing I noticed was Sesvi!
But I don't think Mack or I knew that word.
I can't remember the mnemonic for it.
Well, there we go. But now we have Gwineps. Or
That is
apparently,
new in TWL. I don't believe it plays, though.
and the Collins only spewing, SPUEIND.
Oh.
I didn't know that. So that's his play, unless you can find Pencraft or Flussing. Spewing is his only bingo.
It's actually somewhat of an interesting question where he should play. I assume Sesvi takes an S, and if so,
Yes,
he
it
could play
does.
it
Yes, it
there
does.
or with
And then
bowls.
both of those score the same, and I would
Oh,
probably
they score the
play it
same?
with Bowls, just because,
Yeah, and if they score the same, then bowls is certainly safer
Yeah.
not to put the
as it
I
turns
at
out,
M8.
Harshan has a blank, so I don't know if Bnjy knows the word, though. He may not. So what do you do if you don't find the bingo? If you don't see that or Pencraft?
And Pencraft is also Collins only.
The first thing I saw was penguins.
Yeah, that is in there.
I know, but I
There's
like penguins.
Perusing and Super Ring. And we see plunges come down. Gwineps and spewing are very hard to see, so
Especially as Gwineps is a new one to Collins.
it's new
Yeah.
to TWL too, and it's not really a high probability one.
And
7,500.
Gwineps wouldn't have even played on this board anyway, so he had to see spewing.
Yeah, and that's Collins only, so
Yeah,
it's getting up
very
there.
tough
It's,
find.
yeah, it's right over 10,000 in probability, so I don't know.
Let's see. Not seeing a bingo just yet for Harshan.
There aren't any sevens.
There are no bingos according to Quackle.
There are 4 8s, though, in Collins. Of course, like you said, none of them are playable, but 4 8s.
There's 4 8s. None of them are TWL.
Whoa.
Although I did think of Rubified because it kind of makes sense. Rubifies.
Yeah, bluidy is I believe it's the Scots word for bloody. So, and of course plunges did block bluidia as a double-double.
Yes, it did.
I'm not really seeing anything much better than
There's
just
not-
BI next to plunges.
Yes, that's basically his only option here. for
Seems
Quackle.
reasonable.
He doesn't have
As
a
long
lot
as
of-
he can draw a consonant or two, then he'll probably bingo next turn. He
There
still
is
scores
I-
22 and blocks his spot.
IURE, which I didn't know.
I feel like I've maybe seen that before, but I certainly wouldn't have found it over the board.
Vibier, Rubier. It depends. It's a question now of how much Harshan wants to open the board, given that he has the bling. And for all I know, he may want to fish for a 10 Ruby AT.
Yeah, I also like blocking the spot next to plunges. It's very easy for
Yeah.
Bnjy,
Yeah.
especially after drawing a random rack. It's very easy for him to score
Lots
40
of-
with something
lots
like
of-
honey or anything similar there.
Oh no, the phone again. This is gonna be a thing today. Let's see.
Maybe you should just leave it off. You know, just leave the phone off. That way nobody will ever call you.
Well, the
Ever.
problem is, like, I can't really unplug the phone. So.
No, just keep the phone off the handset.
No, but
And
it'll,
we do
then
see
it'll bring
BI
the
come
outer.
down.
But okay. Back to my seat on the floor here.
I'm on the floor as well.
I don't have a good, like, I have a stool. I could sit on that, but... So we did see BI. And...
I see
Cookie.
Cookie. Yay. I'm hungry again now. Damn.
All the best plays are Collins words, which I don't know.
Or food.
Yes, there is a food word. There is OZEKI, which I didn't know, and DOOK, which I did not know, and DOEK.
Yeah, the TWL only options here look very limited. Not much better than. I'm not even seeing anything that strong. Like Cooker or something like that.
I would consider. Is this a word?
THIS is a word.
I would consider J10 BEDE to set up Cookie. I'm just kidding. That's a terrible play, but it plays Cookie, and cookies are good. I'm gonna get my stool so I don't have to sit on the floor anymore. Yeah.
You should give me the stool, that way I won't have to sit on the floor anymore.
I'm gonna not do that.
Mail your stool to the UK.
I'm not gonna do that either. So, interesting play for Bnjy here. There's just not a lot of there's not a good way to unload the C and the K without keeping something bad. I mean, he has a 12A Deco, which I didn't know, DECKO. So I guess he may also be inferring that Harshan has the blank because of a short play like BI, which is kind of unusual.
I wouldn't necessarily infer a blank from that. He could easily have kept something like EIN or T.
But he has a strong leave at least.
Yeah,
and
definitely like a strong bingo leave.
Let's see. Mojica suggests 9I coked. Yeah, I probably wouldn't do that just because of the hotspot at 8L. It's a lot of points to overcome. I mean, it is kind of unlikely though that Harshan kept scoring tiles after BI, and I mean that does score 29 points.
Yeah, of all the Collins options that were suggested before, I'm kind of liking Duke at 12J DOOK, making bed and ISO.
Right.
Scores 27, and ICE is not the best leave, but it's certainly quite salvageable. It doesn't really give Harshan that much to work with.
Cesar says, define Nina. It's adorable.
We finally got a duck on the stream, at least in some way. Duck is a Scottish word for duck. It even sounds like a Scots word for
Somebody
duck.
else sent me a friend request. Oh my goodness. I'm getting so many friends on Facebook today.
You're popular! Maybe
is
for
more
like the
friends than I
first time in your life.
This is more friends than I have in college, and I'm okay with that. So yeah, it's a very tough play for Bnjy, but we might see DOOK come down.
So while we wait for him to play something, anyone want to know anything about the players? I mean, look at all my sticky notes that I made. I mean, I spent like the last hour and a half before the stream writing things down about people.
We're gonna see a bingo from Harshan, almost surely. I feel like there's got to be something.
There's loads.
Definitely. There aren't that many sevens in this back, actually.
In
I believe
TWL,
I've
there's
looked
only two. That's kind of
Per
surprising.
line and earn like. I've definitely looked this one up before.
Oh, there's only 2 in Collins as well.
Yeah, interesting.
But no doubt the C is going to be the most
So-
obvious place to bonus around.
So, I mean, the plays are Ulcering, which is good in TWL, Reculing, which I didn't know, Runcible with a C, which I also didn't know, Lincture, Unrulier, and now we're just getting into plays that are... The most defensive play is Cerulean, spelled with an I, Cerulein, which I didn't know. Looks like everybody's finding all these plays here.
Define lovely head. Now we're just defining cute words. I almost can't take it. Yay, food! The food has come. Oh, and it's on the floor. Oh well.
And we do see Cerulean.
Look at all this food, people.
Yeah, I actually like that play in this position. It's only 5 less than the other ones, and all the
very
other bingos through the C did put the U next to the triple word score, which could really backfire, especially if Bnjy drew the X.
But he drew the Q, so we're likely going to see QI.
Yeah, I guess he does have a choice between QI and PI, and just dropping the Q at 9K.
By the way, guys, what I'll do now is I'll turn off my webcam so that I can eat. I will also turn off my mic. I will come back at the end of this game, introduce things, blah blah blah. But it's up to you guys from now on.
Okay.
See you later.
We'll do our best. See you later. Good luck.
Alrighty.
Okay, so now Bnjy challenged. So we haven't seen that yet. So Bnjy challenges.
The good news is in Collins it's only a 5-point penalty, which is a lot less severe than the turn penalty in TWL.
Yes, it is. So we see QIN. Interesting. Any particular reason you can think of that he might have done that? Maybe he just doesn't want to. Maybe he just doesn't want to open the board.
The problem is he's down, so it's probably in his advantage to open up the board. I probably would have done QI 12D. Though the problem is if he doesn't have an I, then it's hard for him to use that.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, so he has H10 Inkle now.
Yeah, that almost definitely has to be correct.
Well, I mean, it scores so much more. I mean, I'm looking at it on Quackle. So, Inkle scores 48. I mean, if Bnjy sees that, that's almost definitely going to
It is Collins only, though.
I did not see what Harshan's rack was.
He kept Stoner on his rack.
Oh, boy. So
that was a very clear play there. That he'll probably bingo well over 50% next turn with QINS.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Inkled is actually a Collins only. Inkle and Inkling are good in TWL, but it's only as a noun, not a verb.
Right. So, if he doesn't see that...
His options, aside from that, look pretty limited.
I mean, he has Indole, but I don't know how great the K is here.
He also he has to keep in mind that Harshan just fished off one tile very quickly, so he's probably very close to a bingo.
We see KEIR, then obviously, as predicted, we're going to see a bingo from Harshan.
Yeah, it looks like, so in TWL there's Atoners, Senator, Santoro, and Treason.
The only ones that play are TWL bingos here. And there's only there's no extra Collins bingos in this rack, but they have to hook a Collins word, but QINS. So...
I'm actually liking Atoners in this position.
Yeah.
I don't really see a good reason to... It's probably only 8 or so more points to play Senator or Santoro.
9 to play Atoners over Senator or Santoro, which... And you see that, yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the right call by Harshan there.
Very sharp Scrabble here, and then the major turning point for Bnjy since he can't lay down his Polders rack. So, yeah, the tides are turning here.
Yeah, now Bnjy's in big trouble. He's down 74, and
this board is
nowhere for him to go at all.
This board is very bad. And
yeah, I think Pold was forced there. He's got to take out that spot and try to stay within striking distance, and ultimately
there is still a blank cutscene, so he could open the board. It's just going to be kind of hard.
Harshan has drawn a Geoidal on his rack, but it's not going to go down.
Geoid plays at 6B.
Yeah, that's probably too many points for him to pass up. It does give Bnjy back the G and the E.
It opens it, so, I mean, he might consider something short, like... Yeah. Keeping a EIL. And now Bnjy's in even more trouble because he doesn't have the blank, and he has lots of bad things. But CHAL is a word, which I didn't know, but that plays at...
that either.
DUH, plays at M1. I mean, good scoring. Can't complain too much about that. But at the same time, MRRS on this board is just not going to get you anywhere. He may...
this board, there's no vowels at all to play through, so a vowel heavy rack is a little better than a consonant
I'm wondering
heavy rack.
if he's going to open it. I mean,
How would he even open it, though?
apparently, I didn't know this, but mud bath at 8C.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's really
That's
hard to
Collins
find.
only,
But,
right?
I mean, you're the TWL expert, but
I'm pretty sure that's no good in TWL. Yeah, it's not.
it's a Shrek-inspired word.
Sunbath.
Inspired by Shrek the movie. But so he has Nyala here.
Does he want to risk that, though? That's the
No.
question.
No, I mean I feel like Harshan is smart enough at this point. Yeah, see, I don't think he would. He has a very controlling lead of this board, and there's just nowhere for Bnjy to play. And anything Bnjy does really is just going to give up more spots that can be easily blocked.
Yeah, Bnjy. I'm sure at some point Bnjy is going to have to try to open probably from that
He
end,
may
and then
do,
Harshan can just block.
I mean, this is easily blocked also, but like F4 red sets up the E and the A.
ARED and ERED are
I had to
both
look
good
it up,
columns.
but
I
yeah,
didn't know either of those, actually.
I didn't either. I mean,
I would almost try something like Berm here, perhaps. BERM. That could be, with the E and the S hooks.
That's a good find. Yeah.
That could be somewhat hard for Harshan to block, and keeping AERST, because Bnjy's absolutely going to need to bingo at least once here, and even at that point, it'll still be a coin flip. So
And the
he's
got
to try to bingo as soon as he can.
Like, the X is still unseen and the J is still unseen. So like,
And there's a blank still.
and the blank, and Harshan only had the J on his last rack, so I'm not sure what we'll see here. I mean, Berm I think is really strong, but Bnjy is running kind of low on time. So
Oh, that's also a good point. He only has 3 minutes left, and especially on closed boards, time pressure
so he plays
becomes an
Namer.
issue. Yeah, I think that's not a bad play. He's got to.
I mean, you can't block it. I mean, you can play AGEE, but
Then
I don't know-
Bnjy
I
can
don't know
still
if
do
Harshan's
something
gonna
from
wanna-
the M or the R.
you may not want to open like column 15 triples because
And any like 3-tile play across above or below Namer Harshan might play would still leave 9s open for Bnjy. And if Bnjy can,
I
flip
would
the board.
imagine. Well, that, but I don't know that.
Yeah, that was
I mean,
think a smart play
I-
by Harshan. Leave at this point really doesn't matter for Harshan too much. He's just got to keep his 50-point lead on this closed board, and Bnjy can't really do anything.
so let's see. He has an S now. So that blank is still unseen. It's just the problem is Bnjy's down by like half of a bingo or a full bingo basically.
There is the Afro hook, so very marginal.
Yeah, that's what he's
7-lane
trying
there.
to do, and then he's keeping the vertical lanes at that bottom open. I feel like he's going to try to. There's no E's unseen though, so that's
true. And Harshan does have that's a very good point. Harshan does have the last E, so that's very valuable.
Right. So we may even no. I mean, I was going to say it's like 13G Oma, but that sets up Ala, and Ale. I mean, I was thinking like block the M, but that doesn't do a whole lot of good here. He may consider. I don't know actually. He has I11GAOL. That's a strong blocking play.
Oh, that's a great play.
I feel like. So he's opting to block
I think
that way.
And he is now Metanoia basically to end the game.
Yeah. Bnjy has that blank though, so if he draws like some knockout bingo somehow.
Did he? I didn't actually see his rack when he played Vince.
He kept the blank.
Do you know what the
Bnjy
7th tile was?
T, I believe.
Yes, that looks pretty clear. I mean, Harshan could probably conceivably lose after Metanoia with all those.
If for some, I mean,
he actually has to be kind of careful here.
it would make my day. No.
No,
Okay.
he's fine.
Game over. I would have laughed if somehow Bnjy could play TAGHAIRM to go out and honor Cesar.
Yeah, he actually. That
But
was probably correct.
oh my goodness, we have C7TAXYING for 77 playable.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I mean, obviously, I had to find that with Quackle, but like that is one hell of a find there. If he finds that,
Yeah,
I mean,
the columns
that is
only
hard.
NY.
That is hard.
That is a very hard find.
And the reality is, like, there's just not a lot of. There probably weren't even that many plays that Bnjy could have gotten. He like the biggest thing was like taxi. I think it was probably like less than a 15% chance that Bnjy would draw it out bingo.
Yeah, especially with no E's left and H, Y, G, X, and a lot of I's and A's. I think Harshan was correct to play the
so
bingo
the word
there.
was taxiing, TAXYING at C7, and that scores 77 points. Sorry about that, wasn't clear. Yeah, it's.
Yes, it is. It is good in TWL.
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure, at least.
It is. I didn't know. See, it's one of those words that, like, if it was on Aerolith, I'd type it in immediately because it couldn't be anything else. But if I had it in a tournament, I'd be like, "There's no way that's a word." Like, that's the only reason I usually get like 100% on any quiz ever. Oh boy, Will did all the challenges today, so that means I'm not getting any gold. Oh, we see tax. Okay.
Yeah, that was a very hard find.
I don't blame him one bit for missing that. That is a very hard find, and
And even if he were to play, he still would have lost comfortably. So it only is a matter of spread.
he had to deal with a lot of hard wrecks. So props to Bnjy for, playing pretty well through it. A lot of hard words like spewing and just those consonants really did the best of him. And inkle.
Yeah, especially on that board. Harshan also did a great job at making it hard for him, keeping the board closed. But
So,
yeah, it was going to be very difficult for Bnjy. I think Namer was probably about as good as he was going to do in terms of giving himself a chance. He just couldn't quite get the vowels he needed.
We'll probably see A6, AHI, and IDA, which I just learned recently. And then Bnjy's best endgame play is still taxiing for 37, but then he also has the weird NGATI for 17 points. But
Didn't know that one.
I didn't either, but we're looking at another win for the UK here. Some good
Yeah, so
good
that'll
playing
put
by their players. They brought their best.
That'll put the UK at about 3-1, actually plus about 0.
Really? I think, yeah, it will be close. I don't... Okay, so yeah, they'll have that, and then I imagine Bnjy will play out for like 9, and then 423 minus 350.
Yeah, it's going to be very close to
it's gonna,
plus 0.
If he plays for 9, it's going to be 0. They're going to be 3-1 plus 0.
Oh, if he plays at F1?
Yeah, if he plays at F1, it's going to be 3-1 plus 0. From a good
He plays
win.
like girded or something like that. Or tinged.
Yeah, tinged. All right. So I can't update the picture.
That's hilarious.
That is funny. We have a 3-1 lead for the Brits here, and it's plus 0 spread. So if we can get some more wins for the fellow UK people here, we have some. Looks like we may clinch this early. Or the UK will, but we need to get some good wins. Hopefully, I'm still rooting for my UK my USA buddies, not my UK buddies. I like them, but I want USA to win here. But that was some very good playing by Harshan. Very solid strategy all over the place. So I can't. Hopefully, Jessica is somewhere around here. But it looks like next we're gonna have Lewis versus Dave Koenig. Hopefully, it's one of those two. Hopefully, somebody is around to update the picture and stuff.
I see the standings were just updated.
So somebody's doing it. Put a message in our little chat thing. Oh, hi. What? Yes, that is correct.